Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 763 of Screw the Commute podcast. Now, many of you know that I've recently got my commercial drone license. A side benefit of my studies in that field brought me to a fantastic microphone that speakers, authors, consultants, coaches, content creators are going to love. And I'm going to tell you about it in this episode. Hope you didn't miss episode 762. That was on cell phone boosters, sometimes called an extender or repeater. And this helps you get through when it's really important. So it was 762. Anytime you want to get to a back episode, you go to screwthecommute.com/ and then the episode number. All right, let's see. Hey, I got about 400 training episodes. You can take your pick of the enormous numbers of topics I've covered at screwthecommute.com/training. So that takes away all the interview episodes and just concentrates on the training. Follow me on TikTok at Digital Multimillionaire, and make sure you grab a copy of our automation ebook. You will thank me for it because you will save hundreds and hundreds of hours into the future if you just use a little bit of what's in this book. How do you think I have the time to do all this stuff for you folks? So grab a copy of that automation ebook at screwthecommute.com/automate free. All right, let's get to the main event. I've discovered a fantastic microphone system made by the same people that made my drone. The company is called DJI. They're known for fantastic drones, handheld gimbals. Those are things that will hold your cell phone or your camera and do all kinds of cool moves with it. You can look that up for moving shots on your cell phone or your DLR. What is that? DSLR. So part of the drone business is inspections, like roof inspections or power lines or solar farms and those kind of things. So even though I'm only set up for roof inspections right now, I needed a way to narrate in the field while I'm showing missing shingles and poor flashing and damaged eaves and those kind of things. So I started researching how I could record directly to my video. And everybody was raving about the DJI microphone. Now, when I started digging deeper about the features of this microphone system, I was thinking, wow, this is a fantastic microphone for my crowd of small business people. I bought it, and I can tell you I am thrilled about the purchase. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by them. I use my own money to buy it retail off Amazon. So before I tell you about the mic, let me tell you about a trend. I'm sure you've seen, if you look at lots of Instagram Reels and TikToks, you will see many creators holding a tiny microphone to their mouth and moving it towards other people's mouths if they're doing some kind of stand-up interview with someone on the street. Just like many other video things that used to be taboo, this is commonplace and replaces some of the big handheld microphones that are typically used to do on-the-street interviews. Now, although I love large handheld microphones when I speak from the stage, and some people are still using them for on-the-street interviews, I get that. But I think what I'm going to show you today, or tell you about today, for the money is much more versatile. In other words, you can use it in many more settings than you could use a big honking handheld wireless mic. Plus, you'll be amazed at the super features this microphone system has in such a tiny, easy to carry package. First, I'm talking about a small wireless microphone system comprising of either one or two microphones. I got two. The entire deal, two microphones and the receiver and the adapters are all packed in a tiny case, not much bigger than a lady's wallet. And the case is not just something to hold all the pieces. It's called a charging case. This means you can charge up the case itself, and it will charge the microphones and the receiver. Well, what does this mean to you? First, it means no batteries to deal with. It also means if you charge up the case fully, it will charge up the microphones and receiver, I think, about 3 times. So you could literally shoot all day from the case. If you have the case plugged in and charging all the time, you could pretty much shoot forever and just put the mics and receiver in the case during breaks. It's just amazing. Okay, now let's talk about a feature that makes this mic system over the top fantastic. Let's say you have the receiver plugged into your cell phone, and it comes with adapters for iPhone and Android. And let's say something glitches in your cell phone video, but you don't notice it while you're recording. Listen to this. This is crazy. The microphones themselves each store a high-quality backup recording up to 14 hours to save the day. And a spin-off of that feature is that you can simply use the tiny microphone as a standalone digital recorder, where you don't need the case or the receiver or anything to record high-quality audio files. I mean, it's just a tiny little bugger. Now let's talk about the quality of the sound and the transmitter-receiver stuff. Well, the sound quality was just as good as my $700 Sennheiser lavalier mics, and the distance that it'll transmit is, again, unbelievable. I saw someone do an online test. Wasn't DJI people, it was just some guy that bought it, and he got a clear audio recording in excess of 800 feet from the receiver. Of course, he had no obstructions between himself and the receiver, but I can't think of a shoot in my entire career that needed more than 100 feet, and most of them 10 or 15 feet. So it's very powerful. Another cool feature is that the microphones come with both a clip to clip them on a pocket or collar or something, and they also include a strong magnet. And you can do one of 2 things with this. You can put the magnet inside your shirt anywhere you want, and the microphone will go on the outside of your shirt or blouse and be held through the fabric of your clothes. And it can be placed anywhere without damaging or creasing your clothes, all right? Now, the opposite of that, you could reverse this and put the microphone inside your shirt. We had to do this where there's a lot of wind out on a tennis court one time. You could put the microphone inside your shirt, and the little square 1-inch tiny magnet would be outside your shirt, almost invisible. So very cool. Now, this system also comes with dead cats. Okay, that's the name for those fuzzy-looking windscreens. And in this system, and I've used these for years and years in all kinds of systems, and they always fall off or cause me some trouble. Well, these ones are held securely to the microphone with a little twist locking mechanism, so they don't fall off. There are just so many darn uses for this system. If you're a speaker, you can simply put on one of the mics and get a high quality audio of your speech, or you can set up your phone on a tripod, plug the receiver into the phone, and get 2 copies of your speech, one tied to the video on your phone and a backup on the microphone itself. It's just amazing. You can do in-the-field content creation and interviews with minimal equipment, and the same mics can be used in your home studio. So the price of this pretty phenomenal thing, considering all it will do, well, let me tell you, I used to recommend for many years the Asden wireless mic system for $150, and it was great in its day. But the capabilities of this system just blow away the Asden. I won't be recommending the Asden anymore. So for $219, you can get 1 transmitter and a receiver, but no charging case. For $329, you can get 2 mics and the charging case, and I've seen them on Amazon, used for $299. So So that's the one I got. It's got the charging case, 2 microphones, all in one little package. It's just amazing. So again, I'm not sponsored by them, but well, I want to bring stuff to you when I know something is great. This is freaking great for all the kinds of people that listen to this show, for all the content you want to create, home studio stuff. I mean, just amazing. So check it out. It's the DJI Microphone system. And if you want help with this and the million other things you need to be successful online, check out my mentor program at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com. It's the longest running, most successful, most unique ever in the field of internet and digital marketing. And I have a new program on being a great podcast guest. So that's at screwthecommute.com/great podcast guest. And of course, if you're in my mentor program, that program is free. But boy, you can get in front of hundreds of thousands of people with warm introductions from the host by getting, really taking the podcast touring to another level. And I'll teach you how to do it. And it's way more than what you do on the interview. I got to tell you that to impress the host, because loads of people are wanting to do this. So I'm going to show you how to put yourself at the top of the list when the host sees your name. All right, so check out that at screwthecommute.com/great podcast guest, and my mentor program is greatinternetmarketingtraining.com. Give me a call, be glad to talk to you. All right, we'll catch y'all on the next episode. I'm going to go record something on my cool mic.